The Star City Cinema complex in Birmingham early yesterday evening, and police have filmed trying to contain a mass brawl in the foyer. It broke out in front of terrified young families queuing to watch the new Frozen film.
So what is it that got one of the most exciting prospects of an urban culture film representing the streets of London banned from the UK cinemas? That's what we're going to talk about today. Before we get into it, leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new for more content like this. Blue Story was coming out in 2019. Everyone was excited. It was Ratman's first proper project on the big screen after Shiro Story's success on YouTube. 22nd of November 2019, Blue Story was released, and it was a series of brawls that went around the country. And the one that hit the headlines the most was in Birmingham. Headlines read "Cinema Chaos, shocking footage shows cinema brawl that led to a stabbing during Blue Story film at Cineworld chain." I'm gonna put the video up on my Instagram as always, guys, just so this video doesn't get flagged or removed so you guys can watch it, but I'll explain what happened now. In the shocking clip, several youths were filmed brawling on the cinema steps as stunned onlookers screamed in the background. Cops raced to the cinema after a fight broke out at around 8:15 PM. A man 20 was rushed to hospital for treatment, but his injuries were said to be non-life-threatening. He has since been released from hospital and the doctors expect him to make a full recovery. A 16-year-old boy has been arrested after the stabbing. The boy and a 23-year-old man were also both arrested on suspicion of having a bladed article, according to Nottinghamshire police.
We found a number of knives and some machetes that had been dropped as we started to disperse that crowd. And so it's really important that we stress to people this is in no way an acceptable course of action.
Now, after a violent incident like this broke out during a viewing of Blue Story, it came under question as to if it was causing this kind of violence. It was gang-related film, and now they were looking into it. Ratman did respond by saying it's truly unfortunate that a small group of people can ruin things for everybody. Blue Story is a film about love, not violence. And the cinemas decided to ban the film. It was said the controversial gang film Blue Story has been banned from all view cinemas following the riots at Star City on Saturday night, November the 23rd. A recorded message on the cinema answer phone says the movie will no longer be screened at any of its venues, Birmingham Live can reveal. Lots of families were at a multiplex ready to enjoy the first opening Saturday of Frozen 2 when violence broke out at the cinema after a gang arrived with machetes. 2 schoolgirls and a boy and a man were arrested and 7 police officers were injured as dozens of officers swarmed the area just after 5:30. The message from View said, "We regret that we will no longer be screening the film Blue Story at any of our venues. Should you have a booking for this film, please say cancellation when prompted and a member of our team will be with you shortly to assist you with your booking." A lot of people were shocked that Blue Story had been taken out of cinemas. There was a lot of violent scenes, but there had been previous movies like this with a few scenes, even the kidulthood and adulthood. And of course horror movies and any violent action movie, but this represented London postcodes and it even had it in the cover, so it might have sparked off some animosity in the London area understandably, but things were going off in Birmingham as well. Now, if a fight broke out in any other film that was out then, would the film be directly to blame, or would they have just said that had happened because then people had problems is one thing, and it seemed like the film was targeted from the start. There was even an interview where Ratman was explaining that people was banning him from filming in certain areas, so there was a negative outlook on the film from the start. A film that ended up being way more violent than this was The Joker. It was said it's way too terrifying. Joker viewers around the world walk out of the movie theaters and urge cinemas to ban the ultra-violent film, saying it glamorizes gun crime and deals with mental health issues in a triggering way. But I guess in the UK there were no incidents where a fight broke out during a screening. There was in America of The Joker, but not in the UK. Blue Story was then pulled from a second cinema chain in 24 hours after machete brawl. It was said that a cinema chain Showcase has pulled the new movie Blue Story from its 21 venues after the brawl involving machetes that took place in a cinema in Birmingham. What do you guys personally think about Blue Story, the film itself? If you guys have seen it, do you think it glamorizes the life? Let's talk about Ratman and what he said, and then we'll get into after the comeback and the rest of the story.
And are you anticipating like a sort of Daily Mail backlash of saying that it sort of glamorizes violence and knife crime and stuff like that?
I don't think so, you know. I really don't. I think anyone that watches the film will tell you that it does not glamorize the life at all. There is nothing that you watch in that makes you want to go and do more of that, you know. It's something that you really, it's the complete opposite. You want to turn away fully from that life.
But Blue Story did return to view cinemas after film was banned following the Birmingham Brawl. It was said after what's been quite a week, it now looks as if View Cinemas is set to reverse its ban on Ratman's debut feature film. The chain has faced significant backlash after it pulled the film in the aftermath of a violent incident outside its Birmingham Star City site. It also argues that there were incidents around several other cinemas. Now though, it's reconsidering its position, with the firm's chief executive Tim Richards confirming to the BBC that it's looking to restart screenings. View has denied accusations that the reasons it pulled the film were race related. It added that our plans right now are to look at the timings and look at who's buying tickets, and we're going to be beefing up security. Where we've had problems, there will be 1 or 2 cinemas like Birmingham where it will get very difficult to justify screening it again. Blue Story did 4.7 million at the box office with a budget of just 1.3 million. Then the Blue Story creator Ratman claimed that the ban on his movie from View Cinemas was actually the best thing that could have happened for it. When the movie was based around 2 friends involving a vicious postcode war was released, it was pulled from View Cinema after the brawl he's spoken about. Reflecting on the ban ahead of the movie release on DVD, Ratman told metro.co.uk, "This ban to me was really just prejudice. At the time I was fuming when it happened, but it worked out to be the best thing that could have happened. The film went down with crazy acclaim. It became like the movie is so dangerous, let me go and see it. The movie is so dangerous, let me go and see what the big deal is." So I thank them for doing that. There was an audience that never knew about Blue Story that went to watch it just to see what the big hype was about. Even though an opening weekend numbers got cut, we made up from the week after that, so it's all good. There's an old quote saying no publicity is bad publicity, and that seemed like it was the way for this film. By the media saying don't go watch this film is so dangerous, everybody wanted to go and see what the fuss was about, and it done big numbers. Jay-Z now has a deal with Ratman. He's signed to his record label Roc Nation, and more recently Ratman signed a deal with Netflix, which is going to be massive also. Netflix are a massive platform and can provide the kind of money where Blue Story 2 or any film Ratman makes won't even have to go into cinemas because they will just have it exclusively on their platform. And I was thinking that when I was covering the story at first, that they could have just put it up on Netflix. And also, if the film was causing violence like they said, which I don't believe it was, then people will be watching it from home, so nothing would be happening. Guys, just leaving a like down below will help me out massively on the channel, and subscribe of course if you're new around here with that notification bell. I'll see you guys all in my next video. Peace out.